Welcome, everybody. My name is Ra, and I've been with Purium for about 8 years. And this Zoom is going to be about showing you how to make your practice. So, this is for practitioners, doctors, chiropractors, personal trainers, yoga studio owners, how to make your practice more effective and less exhausting. So, I'll show you how clinics potentially like yours are installing a long-term nutrition program that clients actually follow. And this is going to be possible without adding hours to your day, without adding massive inventory, and without overwhelming you. And this is also going to give you the potential to add a reoccurring revenue stream that's going to support your business and also support you. Some of us on this Zoom may have clients who are ill. Some of us on this Zoom might have clients that are striving towards health goals. But either way, many of our clients are becoming super aware of processed foods and the impact that that's having on their health. However, they're still eating them, right? It's pervasive and it's normalized in our society to eat fast food, to eat convenient food. And because of that, they have busy lifestyles. And so our clients are eating this food. It's going into their body and it's resulting in lack of sleep, low energy, brain fog, digestive issues, and even worse conditions like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. And even many supplements are laden with chemicals, sugars, inflammatory oils, artificial dyes, artificial sweeteners, pesticides, and glyphosate. And even if our clients are eating whole foods, it's likely that it's still sprayed with harmful chemicals. One of the main ones is glyphosate. It's the active ingredient in Roundup. It's an herbicide, and it's on foods that a lot of us would even consider healthy, like oatmeal, berries, apples, almonds, quinoa, chickpeas. Glyphosate's a mineral descaler. It's patented as an antibiotic, and it's virtually impossible to avoid. Depending on where you look, what study you find, it's in 60 to 100% of rain and air and soil, 99% of mother's milk. And some of you guys may be familiar with glyphosate. I might be preaching to the choir, but others of us might not have ever heard of this word. And so I'm going to go over a little bit on why this is super important. Toxic and disruptive to the gut microbiome. It's the bacteria in our gut, and it's leaked to leaky gut, which is linked to autoimmune diseases like non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and other cancers. And why is it important to have a healthy gut microbiome? Because these bacteria are responsible for 70% of our immune system. It's also responsible for a lot of our serotonin, 90 to 95% of serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone. So if our clients are eating, they might even be eating like a diet that they think is good, and they feel bad, and they have a not functioning immune system, this is going to lead to poor health and a poor client. And with low mood, anxiety, depression, if our gut's compromised, you can't absorb nutrients. And on top of that, major diseases. So the title, I got these charts. This is from a study called Study of Genetically Engineered Crops, Glyphosate, and the Deterioration of the Health in the United States of America. It's by Swanson, 2014. Essentially, this team put together glyphosate usage versus several diseases, and there's many more than this. I just grabbed what could fit on this screen. But this is deaths from senile dementia. The red line is glyphosate spray usage. And then the yellows are the deaths by senile dementia. And then where there's some other lines, this is like the amount of genetically engineered corn and soy, which is possible with weed killer. You put genetically engineered crops so that you can use weed killer. So this one right here is autism. Look at this perfect correlation. This is diabetes. This is deaths to obesity. This is end-stage renal disease deaths. So that's kidney. That's what filters our blood. And this is thyroid cancer. Completely correlative to glyphosate. Glyphosate is a major thing that's infecting a lot of our clients. And our clients might be suffering in silence with more than what they're telling you. You might be a personal trainer. You think that they're there to work out, but really they have constipation. They haven't pooped in 2 weeks. And you might not know that. They might not share it with you, but they're looking to you to help solve their issues. You might be somebody that they're telling everything. You might be their nutritionist or their doctor. They're telling everything to you. But either way, you've probably tried diet plans, and who really follows a diet plan? They're unmotivated to, because their gut microbiome's destroyed. So they're unmotivated to eat this food. They're craving their other addictions that their unhealthy bacteria are addicted to. You might have also tried stocking and selling supplements. That's a nightmare. I used to own gyms. You might have the problems I had, which was staff stealing them or selling them for cash and pocketing the sales. You might piece together other brands, but then there's quality control issues because you don't really know all these different brands if the quality's really there. And you might refer out to nutritionists. The price of other professionals adds up, and now your clients are spending a lot of money with somebody else, which means they have less money to spend with you. You might also have recommended detoxes and cleanses, which are really good for the short term, but we're really looking for something long term for our clients. And we have that in a simple way for you. It comes in a program that looks like this. This is made to nourish, detoxify, and repair our clients, which essentially helps them to make their diet functional. And from a functional diet, you have health. And from health, our clients have a fighting chance versus anything. And then they associate that with what you're doing. They like you, they become loyal to you. This is a healthy fast food. It's low in calories, high in nutrients. We focus on gut health. We have the only thing proven to remove glyphosate from the human body, and it starts at under $13 a day. And I'm actually going to bring up Carolina to do a demonstration on all of the products within this package. So Carolina.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me. This program is designed to nourish the body, detoxify, and regenerate it on a daily basis because we're all exposed to chemicals every single day, from our laundry detergent to chemtrails to the foods that we're eating. It's in the water, it's in the air, it's everywhere. So this program, it's very easy, it's very convenient, it's not a diet, it's not about deprivation, and this is how we help our clients have those long-lasting results. So I'm going to walk you through what the program is about because I personally been on it for almost 8 years and I absolutely love it. And all of our customers love it. So the first thing that we take on the program is our nourishing greens. And these nourishing greens are incredible powerful because they're based on superfoods. And this tastes like appleberry, but it does have the wheatgrass, which wheatgrass is very high in antioxidants. It has spirulina, it has fiber, it has omegas, it has all those essential nutrients that our body needs. And we like to say that one serving of this has as much nutrition as eating 6 microgreen superfood salads. It's a game changer for those of us that are skipping meals, that are not eating enough, or we simply are malnourished. The next thing that we take on the program is the Super Amino 23s, and this is our plant-based protein. This protein is medically proven to build muscle, burn fat, and create collagen. And it has a nitrogen utilization rate by the body of 99.9%. So that means that our body doesn't create any inflammation. It doesn't tax the kidneys. It skips the whole digestive system and it gets absorbed through our lymphatic in 23 minutes. It's incredible for us to build that muscle and that skin elasticity. The next thing that we take on the program is the Biomedic. And Biomedic, as Rob mentioned, is the only medically proven solution in the market to remove glyphosate. And as we know, glyphosate creates a lot of the nutrient absorption issues. A lot of us are eating, we're doing everything right, but we're not absorbing the food because we have issues with leaky gut. So this is a pre and probiotic, and this will help us have more energy, clear the brain fog, and just rebuild all the gut microbiome. Along with these 3 products, which we take twice a day, we also do a very gentle parasite cleanse because most of the clients that we have parasite, bacteria, yeast, mold overgrowth in their bodies. And most people have 5 to 20 pounds of toxic waste sitting in the colon. This helps us eliminate parasites and also cleanse the colon from all the toxic waste that's been there for years. And we do 2 rounds of 10 days. And then before we go to bed, we take 2 tablespoons of apothecary cherry. This is made of sour cherries, and sour cherries is the only superfruits that's been found in nature to have natural occurring melatonin. So this helps us sleep at night, get into the deep REM sleep. It's also anti-aging because 1 serving of this has as many antioxidants as eating 5 cups of blueberries. So it helps with inflammation, it helps with regenerating the skin, and it's super yummy. We take it 30 minutes before bed. So how does the schedule works? What we do is that we take all this nutrition 2 times a day. So twice a day. All of our customers, they don't have to stop eating. They can still eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What they do is that either in the morning, in the afternoon, or they get to pick when they take these superfoods 2 times a day. They do 2 rounds of the parasite herbs, and every night before bed, they take the apothecary cherry so they get that regenerative sleep. So it's very easy. No one has to starve themselves. This is on the opposite. We add this nutrition so then they can have all of this essential nutrients in their bodies.
Thank you, Carolina.
You're
And if you
welcome.
guys are wondering how much it costs for your clients, it starts first month is under $13 a day. And then months 2 and 3 go down in price because they don't have to take the parasite herbs anymore. So it goes down to under $12 a day. And then it goes on to a long-term maintenance dose, which is around $6 a day. And we're going to be talking about how the money works and how the commission split is later on. But this is a long-term program because your clients are going to start regenerating habits as well, regenerating cellular structures. We've had clients get off of antidepressants, thyroid medications, many medications on this. And you're going to have your clients have amazing results like this. Look at Jael here. This is 30 days. So she went from here, 30 medications, to here, 90 days later, 0 medications. Skin issues are directly tied to the gut, weight issues as well. Here's more skin issues, any age. This is going to help even Olympic level athletes have some of the best workouts of their life on this program. And I'm going to bring up Dr. Brooks LaSalle right now to talk a little bit about how he incorporates this program into his clinics.
Thank you, Ra. Appreciate you all having me.
Of course.
Yeah, I own a clinic, Peak Health Longevity Medicine, and we're about trying to improve people's health span and quality of life. And I'm actually a board certified emergency physician. I've been practicing that for 19 years, but I felt like there's a better way to help people to be well rather than be in that chronic sickness cycle. So I opened up the clinic to really help people with improving health span. And we're in a 6,000 square foot multidisciplinary building with alternative healing providers. And so we have PTs, OTs, massage therapy, chiropractic, energy healing, wide variety of different types of independent practitioners here, and all with similar mindsets of let's try to help people naturally to have their best health and wellness. For me, I've been very skeptical of supplements and looking for what's a good quality supplement and how do you trust the source and is it effective and safe and toxin free? And I've had a hard time finding one until I came across Purium. And I've got to say, Purium it's the real deal. And it's a deep knowing I have that this is high quality stuff. There's third-party independent testing. Who does that in the industry? The results speak for themselves. I take it. I have my family on it. I recommend it to all my patients. And we're having incredible results, really. I mean, people are having improvement in lean body mass. They're able to lose weight easier, add muscle, sleep better. They're less inflamed, and they feel good. I'm thrilled I found it. I'm super grateful to have come across this such an amazing supplement brand. And in addition, it's a great source of passive income as well. So it's a win-win. The body heals itself. It heals every night. We heal ourselves better than any provider can heal you. But if you give it the right ingredients, it makes that healing so much easier and so much faster. And so I feel like that's what Purium does. And we really need to spread the word, increase the healing. It's great stuff.
Thank you, Dr. Brooks. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, solid human being, very busy. Core Institute in Spokane, Washington. Yeah, guys, we've got some amazing guests coming up. And they're all super busy. And so we're super lucky to have them. Thank you so much, Dr. Brooks, for sharing your presence with us. So let's talk about who's behind the company of these high quality products. So we've got Amy Venner. She's the CEO, co-founder, and co-owner with Dave. They've been championing the organic, non-GMO, whole food, superfood movement for over 30 years. Amy's the CEO. She essentially runs the NSF GMP certified facility. And that's a pretty big deal. We've got quality standards that we live by, and Amy makes sure that we far exceed any of those standards that are the minimum. Dave is our formulator, and he's been mentored by giants in the holistic health world like Ann Wigmore and Dr. Bernard Jensen. He's learned from traditions and cultures all over the world. He was actually the first person to import coconut oil into the United States. He was the first person to import edible chia seeds. Him and 5 other farmers initiated the USDA organic seal. So he's been kind of the backbone of the health and wellness industry for a long time. Coconut oil, chia seeds, these things are staples in health food stores. Dave and Amy have integrity. They have whys. They have really strong whys, which we don't have time to go over today, but the more that you learn about them, the more that you'll fall in love with them. The big thing is that we're the manufacturer. We're able to test at any stage of this, both in-house where we have laboratories and with third parties. And an example of that would be like when a truck comes in, we can actually inspect the truck. When we get the products, we put it into quarantine and we shine lasers through samples of it to make sure there's not anything in there that shouldn't be in there. And when you guys are potentially buying supplements from other companies, they don't foresee all of the production of what they're selling. Another important thing is Dave and Amy make 100% of the decisions of the company. So there's not a board of profit over people, money hungry people that are trying to pocket as much as possible. And that's the case in a lot of companies that are the alternative options for our customers and for ourselves as well. We actually can tour the facility. When we get to a certain level in this company, you can talk to Dave and Amy. They're open to answer any question from anybody. And guys, take a look at these purity commitments. I don't know of a single company selling any sorts of supplements that can stand by these commitments. And this goes for every single one of our products. No binders, no fillers, no colors, no additives, no excipients, no pesticides, no herbicides, no GMOs, no irradiated ingredients, synthetic sweeteners, artificial flavors. And we've got one more thing left, one more product left for the no plastic packaging. We test in-house, we test up to 37 times from seed to package, and we champion regenerative farming. Every product is backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. And we know that we can't be healthier than the environment. And did you guys know that an average human brain may contain up to a spoon's worth of plastic shards? And I don't mean like a spoon's worth in the actual cup of the spoon. I mean, think about a plastic spoon. That amount of plastic is in a typical human brain, which is about 7 grams. And so we're the first company of our size to transition over to single-use plastic-free. We've so far saved over 300,000 pounds of our plastic packaging from going into the landfills, and we've replaced it with these home compostable, biodegradable packaging. I literally put it in the dirt in my backyard, and then I throw compost in it, and so much stuff is growing where it is. These actually are a soil amender. It makes the earth more better than even just regular organic soil. So next, I want to bring up Dr. Christine Anderson. She's a pediatrician, chiropractor, extremely experienced with regeneration. Dr. Anderson's out there if you'd like to share with how you utilize this in your practice.
Absolutely. This is not a green screen. I am literally at the beach, camping, getting my negative ions and de-stressing and releasing all the cortisol that builds up in my life. But I'm happy to come and share with you guys. Carolina and Raw are amazing. There's so much to say about the products, but I will say this too. Whenever you sign on with a company, the support is essential. So I was actually just speaking to another company a little bit earlier, and it left a bad taste in my mouth when I asked them about their packaging, and pretty much got a not so very nice answer, like, well, this is what we're doing and we're trying, but it's too expensive sort of thing. So I actually brought up Purium and said, well, I know of another company, and I named Purium, and I said, and they have compostable bags. And the reason I brought this up is that this company has a supplement to remove microplastic, but it comes in a plastic bottle. And I love the detail that goes into the Purium, not just their products, but the whole system, and also the systems that Raw and Carolina have created, because we are busy as practitioners. And to stop and have to think about every little thing could be a stopgap, and it's time consuming. And I just love that they've put everything in place for you to be successful. So I found out about Purium. My daughter is also a chiropractor, and I went into her other office, Dr. Bass's office, to get an adjustment. Carolina was there, and I spoke with her and I grilled her. She kept calm and cool and answered the questions. She was great. I am really picky. I want to make sure that I have the highest level of quality and dense nutrition that is possible. And I was specifically looking for powdered greens and protein powders that contain high levels of heavy metals, because this is a problem, especially in the vegan supplements, the ones with whey, not so much. So I love that Purium has their certificates of analysis so that you can actually look and see what is the levels of toxicity. And look, nothing's going to be zero. All right. I mean, like Ross said, live in a world with many toxins. But keeping that load as low as possible is really important, especially with the shakes, because that's something I'm consuming every day. And then the more I learn about Purium's products, I fall more and more in love with the whole company. Some surprising things like the Biomedic removing glyphosate and the Super Amino 23 having available amino acids in 23 minutes is incredible. So I love that there's education galore. You will never be lacking for finding education. Usually there's some sort of webinar going on almost every single day. I couldn't be happier and my patients love it. I will say one practical aspect that I've done is I will mix up like a batch of greens or one of the protein shakes or the can't beat this. And I will give my patients samples at the end of their treatment. So by the way, I am a chiropractic is at the hub of what I do. I also specialize in pediatrics and childhood developmental disorders. And I do a number of other things. I have a lot of tools in my tool belt.
Dr. Ann, sorry to interrupt. I know you do work with children and you usually give them a little taste to the kids, right? And the kids.
Absolutely. Of course. Everybody loves samples, right? Why do people crowd around at Costco? So if you have samples, they can actually try that product. And I love that for their first purchase, they could get a $50 gift card with my link. So there really is no risk. They're trusting me because they know I do my due diligence. And sometimes they'll have a sample, but even if they don't, I'm like, get it. You get $50 off your first order or even more if they order more. And if you're not happy with it, you get a refund. So
that's another thing that is incredible. All of our customers get 60-day money back guarantee. So it is a blessing. I always say it's a gift that keeps on giving. And I'm so glad that you're here. Dr. Anderson, thank you so much for making time during your trip to share with us. I know that it's really, really important to have that self-care and self-love. So thank you, Christine.
Well, thank you, Carolina, for all you do.
Of course.
Thank you so much. So how do the financials work? You hear there's different ways that we can share it with our customers, but essentially what the main thing is that we earn lifetime commissions, which isn't like that with affiliate marketing. So if you have a code with a certain company, they're probably just going to give you a percentage of the first sale. Our company gives lifetime of customers, and these customers are yours, so you deserve to be paid forever, even when they're not currently a customer in your clinic anymore. If they order 3 years down the line, you're still going to be getting paid for them. And this is just a sample of if they do the regular program, how much goes out to you for one single customer in commissions in the first year. So first month down to the 12th month is around $600. If you imagine you had several people on this new every single month. We've even helped someone do, she's going to be speaking later on, about 60 people in her first month, Dr. Marissa. We also have over 60 other individual products. These are 5 of them that we've got pineal gland products, we have brain products, we have skin products, we've got a product for dogs down here. We've got a family. So this is like a kids specific product. We got fiber. We have also programs. So there's actually other packages right here that's beyond the ultimate lifestyle transformation. There's a lot of other products that people can order beyond their program with the ULT that they will continue ordering once they get past the first 90 days. And so now I want to bring on Red Salvation, who's a physical therapist. How's it going?
Great.
Can you share a little bit about Purium and how it's been working for you?
Yeah, so first of all, my name is Red, and I have a virtual, online, and in-person company called Skin Salvation. I am a dual degreed allied health medical professional, so not only am I a physical therapist, but I'm a neurologic music therapist as well. And so with these unique qualifications and blend of degrees, I feel like I bring, a lot of answers to embody, mind, soul, and spirit to clients, but there was one thing that I feel like I was really missing. It was a whole piece to address the liver and the gut health, the consistency of the nutrition that they were eating. And so what I found that as a medical practitioner, that clients were not correlating that nutrition and inflammation correlated to their look of skin and their cellulite and the crepe skin and the wrinkles. And they weren't correlating nutrition and inflammation piece to mental health. And because I piece all of this together inside Skin Salvation with my unique degrees and qualifications, at Purium, really, I was drawn to it for myself personally and for my clients. Personally, as a physical therapist, I had a multi-level spinal cord injury in the lumbar and cervical spine. And so you can imagine I had 9 spinal surgeries. As a result, reconstructions, several surgeries that were failures. And so there's a lot of side effects and things that I was dealing with. And so I was looking for something for me that would provide a lot of nutrition, provide anti-inflammatory benefits, and to continue raising and elevating my health in a higher direction. And I needed something that was a system and is easy to implement. So it's harder for me sometimes to even implement systems. So there's so many things I loved about Purium. I will not recommend anything to my clients. I'm so protective of what they get because of my injury and I went through, and I feel like I got fed a lot of BS during my injury and the treatment. I tested Purium and then I started recommending it to clients. I would recommend it to everyone, but always is that personal choice. But I'm known within my world, the people that know about Skin Salvation, I get very fast cellulite. I just, get rid of cellulite quickly, addressing their biomechanics, their fascia, etc. When I add Purium to their treatment plan, I'm going to say it 2x to 3x times. So when I think of Skin Salvation now plus Purium equals lightning speed to retexturize your skin and reverse cellulite. It's that fast. And so, this is why I'm passionate about recommending it, because not only do I see it changing their skin, but it solves many pain points in their body. The lymphedema, the lipedema, the weight gain, the dehydration, that causes so many other symptoms in their body. When I started Skin Salvation, it was a one-on-one model. So to me, this allows, number one, me to be more, far reaching beyond just that one-on-one model when I'm as a business. People are taking Purium every single day. And so for me, what I see is that even if they don't do other things in the treatment plan, that Purium, they're very consistent with. So as a clinician, you're always curious about that carryover piece, I find that the carryover is very high with Purium because it's easy, it's transportable, and I think it's very doable. And so for all those reasons, I think the compliancy is great for any clinicians who are thinking about that for their own client base.
Thank you so much, Red. She brought up an important thing, which is Purium can help what your main gig is happen faster. She mentioned 2x to 3x the results. We also hear from practitioners that allows whatever you're doing to stick for longer. And then you get loyalty with your clients, and then they share with their friends, and then they come walking in your door because they hear that you're the place that has the results. So thanks for sharing, Red. That was amazing. And it's good to hear that you guys are helping so many people. So guys, you don't have to carry inventory of our products. It's not necessary. With that said, since you're a practitioner and you're seeing people in person, it's so much easier for somebody to walk home with a box that you just tell them about. The likelihood that they're going to start and then they can pay and start today is increased if you have some inventory. So we do have a program with a promotion that allows you to make some of the money back if you did have some inventory. All you really need is a few of our main ultimate lifestyle transformations, because that's what most people are going to be starting on anyways. And as Red said, you don't have to be always in front of them, right? This is a way that you can extend who you are and the impact that you're having to people. I mentioned the commissions earlier. There's also a lot of other different ways to earn real money. Like we were talking about hundreds of dollars, but we can get into the tens of thousands of dollars even in a single month with other components of this opportunity. This is essentially one of them. It's called Fast Start. It's a performance bonus for performing fast. If you have a lot of clients to get on quickly, there's even more bonus money for you. And we've got other things called matching bonuses. So if you shared this with another clinician and we help them to be successful, help them hit their bonuses, they win, you win as well. It can be just recommending customers, or this can be a lot more than this. It depends on really how big a reach you're looking to take this. There's tens of thousands of dollars a month available. We actually now are going to hear from someone who was very successful when she started, Dr. Marissa Bass. I've actually known her for over 10 years. She had the most successful chiropractic clinic that I could even imagine in Beverly Hills. Dr. Marissa, would you like to come up onto the stage and share a little bit with us how Purium's impacted you and your business?
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Ra and Carolina, for having me. I love you guys so much, and it's such an honor to be working with you. I owned a practice in Los Angeles for over 15 years. It was a high volume practice. We were seeing 60 people on average per day, and I was really all about leveraging and all about passive income at a certain point in my life where I decided that I wanted to have children and I wanted to have freedom. Once I made that decision, it was pretty much in my heart and it was what I was going to do. And so I was playing with so many different things, and I brought different supplements in. I would sell them. I did very well with them, but whenever there was a sale on their site, or somebody found it on Amazon for cheaper, they didn't stay with me, and I totally get that. And it was tough because I had a lot of products, and certain months would be harder than others, so I'd be left with quite a bit. So like Ross said, we've known each other for a long time, and I was really connecting with Carolina, and I came to Carolina and I said, what is this stuff? I need it. And I brought it into my practice. And what I loved so much about it was that there was lifetime commission. So I didn't have to worry about all those things I was worrying about. There were all these trainings. So I was able to really train internally within my team. I got them on these trainings. I didn't have to do it. Again, the passive piece was really attractive to me, to not be in the office all the time, to take long trips. Right now I'm in Mexico. We're living here for a while, leave for months at a time. And it was really cool to be able to know that, and this whole team really had my back, because your success is their success. I had that support. I wasn't alone in private practice anymore. I had my boxes. I think at one point we had like 9, because we were just selling them. It was going crazy because we were coming from the heart. People needed this. I was building them into my care plans. I was able to check in with people. I love taking the photo after he was taking photos too, Teddy, after they would get the box for even more opportunity for bringing money in. And it created community, created something bigger than just my chiropractic or my hands on someone, because I really was worried about the longevity of my body and what was my next step. So I was setting up my future by bringing this into my practice so that I could sell it and do something different and start a different type of life, be with my kids, homeschool them, travel with them, just to create the freedom that I had been looking for. Having my staff loving this stuff, I would incentivize them. I would set up tables in the office where people would just be at the Purium bar, and the community that's from your heart. And people would see somebody else getting healthy, and they would be literally giving you testimonials just right there for nothing, just right in front of you. And so people were listening to somebody else's story. So that was how I found success. And I just think that you come with your heart, you want to help people. You've already found your success in Purium. Everything is so built in, it's so heart-centered, and the stuff is a real deal. And the people that you're dealing with are the best. So I'm so much gratitude.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marissa, for sharing. Like she said, if you're already in this health and wellness journey, heart-centered, you'll fit right in to what it is that we do. So thank you, Dr. Marissa, for sharing. Take care, and I'll see you soon. So guys, if you're coachable, motivated, and have a love for helping others, this is for you, like she said. And we've got scripts to help you. We've got before and after pictures to help you. We've got video testimonials to help you. We can help you with your sales. We've got a binder that comes, it's like 100 pages long, that explains all the different products. We've got customer support Zooms every Monday. If you sign up with us, you'll also get a social media quick start guide that can actually project your current business and your Purium business up, and that's all available to you. It's 68 pages long. There's a lot of vital information in here. And so you might be ready to join as a brand partner, or you might be looking to start your own health transformation. how you get started, because everyone who works with us is a product of the product. And you heard the people sharing, they were talking about how much they love this program. So if you begin the ULT lifestyle program, we can activate your brand partner account and waive the startup fee. There's other more budget friendly options as well to get started, like the Core 4 or one of our biohack packs, which I had pictures of earlier. And then there's also that option of starting with some inventory, which if you're seeing a lot of clients, they're going to gobble this up. And that's also a really good choice. So the choice is yours. Step one is reach out to the person that sent you here and they can help you make that choice of how to get started. And we can walk you through that journey. And that concludes this presentation. I'm going to stay on for anyone who has questions. So if there's something specific on your mind, don't leave without asking. And thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for the presenters. We love you guys. Take care. Have a good night.
Thank you, everybody.